You started obviously in South Africa, you moved to Australia, you've been to Chile. I'm sure you've traveled around to many different sites with different miners that you've worked with. I'm curious to you, what are some of the cultural things that maybe a foreigner needs to know when they come to Chile that is maybe different than outside? Could be something basic or it could be something...
No, the simple one is the Chilean culture is very social, so they don't like people coming and telling them what to do. And I think that's unfair to tell people what to do. There's a very strong and long mining history here. They operate the world's biggest mines.
Yep.
What we call big miners here are really gigantic miners on the world stage, relative to other countries. So the command and control is not something which works in the Chilean culture. It is about socializing, getting a message through socializing, heavily with empathy. So, to me, we can resolve a lot if we had a lot more empathy on all sides.
Speaking once told me, he said their goal when they come to Chile is to be invited to a barbecue. And they said if you can get invited to a barbecue, then you're in. And so that speaks to that social aspect.
Yeah, and it's not about having a good time. It's about developing a relationship before you move forward. And I come from South Africa. There's a very similar culture there, and I think that's why me living here and that I find it relatively easy, because there is that social element. Whereas if you'd go to other anglicized countries, it can be quite different.